This is Magdeburg, a small city on Germany's River Elbe. Magdeburg was once one of East Germany's premier industrial centres in an economically healthy region. Now the town is struggling and trying to find a role in the unified German state. 20 years ago, Magdeburg's football team surprised the world by reaching the European Champions Cup final. They were up against Giovanni Trapattoni's AC Milan in dark shirts, with stars like Gianni Rivera and West German defender Karl-Heinz Schnellinger. It was almost the same Milan team which had won the trophy the year before and were expected to do so again. But those who'd expected Magdeburg to be overawed by the Italian champions were in for a surprise. Magdeburg pushed forward with Martin Hoffmann creating chances for striker Jürgen Sparwasser. In the 76th minute, with Magdeburg leading 1-0 through an own goal, Hoffmann again beat his man, only for Sparwasser to miscue completely. Thiel collected the ball, and his teasing cross reached defender Wolfgang Seguin. Incredibly, Magdeburg were 2-0 up. When the final whistle blew, Milan and the whole of European football were stunned. In front of only 5,000 people in Amsterdam, virtually all of whom were Milan fans because the Germans weren't allowed to travel, Magdeburg had triumphed against all the odds, and they were champions of Europe. Today, the scorer of that crucial goal, Wolfgang Seguin, is still living in Magdeburg, running his own company. He still has vivid memories of that famous night 20 years ago.
We had a good team, and all the players came from the Magdeburg area. That's unique in the history of German football. I suppose the other team underestimated us, which was a big advantage. We were completely prepared for the match thanks to our coach, Heinz Krugel. He gave us the perfect tactics. But our greatest secret weapon was that we all played for each other, and that was the crucial difference.
After his playing career ended, Seguin was unemployed until he took a retraining program and founded a company which now employs 50 people, making cleaning machines. Seguin's name has certainly helped business. The year of Magdeburg's triumph, 1974, was also a great year for the East German national team. The government of East Germany had recognized the propaganda value of sport and had poured money into training centers. They were rewarded with their first ever qualification for the World Cup to be held across the wall in West Germany. 4 Magdeburg players were in the team, and their goals helped them into the second round. In the historic match against West Germany, Jürgen Sparwasser, one of the Magdeburg heroes, scored the golden goal against the eventual world champions, which earned him a place in the history books. Since then, life for Sparwasser has been difficult. After working as a university lecturer, he left East Germany, unable to accept the political situation. He moved to Frankfurt and worked as assistant coach with Eintracht's first and second teams, during which time the club achieved high placings in the Bundesliga. After working as a coach in Darmstadt in the Bundesliga second division, Sparwasser moved to Bad Vilbel, a small town near Frankfurt. Here he opened a sports marketing company, which organizes events such as tennis tournaments and indoor soccer. Sparwasser's goal brought him worldwide fame, but it was something of a poisoned chalice. To his dismay, the East German government used Sparwasser's triumph as a propaganda tool against West Germany.
They tried to show this goal on TV at every possible opportunity to try and demonstrate their political strength. They tried to hurt the so-called enemy in its most vulnerable place. And this annoyed people. They said, "Oh God, there's Sparwasser again. Look, oh no, not again." And they switched the TV off.
In 1989, when the Berlin Wall came down, it was a moment of pleasure for Sparwasser and almost every other German. But for East German football, unification was a death sentence. In the 1990 season, only the first 2 clubs qualified automatically for the Bundesliga. the Blues of Magdeburg didn't make it and were relegated into an amateur league. The team now plays in the 4th division, and at every home game there are more police than fans. The club has suffered during the difficult economic crisis which has hit the city. With 16% of the 250,000 citizens unemployed, spending money on football is no longer a priority. Today's coach is Martin Hoffmann, the speedy winger who caused Milan such problems back in '74. He's had to accept that the glory days have gone from Magdeburg, possibly forever.
There's a huge difference. Nowadays we have 500 people in the stadium. Just a few years ago we had 6,000 or 7,000. For the players it's a really bad atmosphere, and for the coach it's very disappointing.
Hoffmann has every cause to fear the worst. His team are languishing near the foot of the table, and the Blues are in danger of being relegated to an even lower division. They also face the perennial problem of small clubs. Any new talent that they develop, and there's been plenty of it, is snapped up by the big clubs. Over the last 2 seasons, they've lost a complete team.
It's no secret that you need good players to be successful. But that means that you need money, which is impossible at the moment. We're working hard to find sponsors so that we can rebuild the club and lead it back to where it once was.
Magdeburg's future on the pitch still lies at the mercy of economic conditions in the new Germany. But for the moment, all the heroes of '74 can do is watch Magdeburg fall further into recession. The glory days seem further away than ever.